I don't really have much to say about this episode at the beginning here, except for damn, just damn. Why do I feel that way? Let's go through the episode and find out. Perhaps unsurprisingly, we have got more artifacts to find. I've collected a fair few already for this thing, whatever it is, but there's more we have to get. We've already got information on a couple more to go and find. I do wonder how these, at one point almost impossible to find artifacts, just somehow come so easily to us now. I know we have the eye and everything, it does feel a little too easy sometimes. I also would have gotten going a lot quicker if my ship hadn't glitched out again. This seems to be the most common glitch that this game has, and it really does wind me up, although I guess I should expect nothing less from Bethesda. After reloading and finally getting it to work, we head to our first destination, which is a lifeless rock. A lifeless rock with a hell of a view of the cosmos though. Getting to the destination, a cave, is easy enough, and moving around inside the cave is also easy enough. This really is a lifeless, barren rock. Well, it was until we get to the artifact and it stops being lifeless, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is a Starborn. Specifically a Starborn well over 10 levels above us. Turns out though, although it took a lot of shots, it wasn't really that hard to beat. I expected better from a Starborn. With him dead, we collect ourselves an artifact, have another fancy vision, as you do, and then head off to space and to another planet, another lifeless chunk of rock. Not sure why we keep finding these artifacts on lifeless planets, but we do. Unsurprisingly, this time we have another Starborn to deal with, and this one was no more difficult than the first. If anything, it was a little easier because I knew it was coming. When we head up to space, we get a Starborn ship coming directly for us, but honestly, not the challenge I expected, and I blow it to Kingdom Come. Then we head back with those artifacts, and we have to deal with the weakest of us, having a sudden crisis of faith, or a lack of backbone, depending how you want to look at it. We've been asked to head up to the Eye to help with repairs, and we've also had all our party members taken from us. This does feel like the start of something big. I have no idea, but for now I head to the bar. Why? Because apparently a bunch of people there are having a drink and not helping with the Eye. At least for the moment. After that though, we do actually go up to help. We managed to help in some ways and also break some things. Not gonna lie, this is not much different from me in real life. We do now have another mission though. We know of another artifact, but it's in possession of a man named Captain Petrov, who has found it and refuses point blank to give it up. We have to take Sam and he gets locked in as a companion. Again, this is starting to feel big, more story driven, more forced. It's making us go to a certain conclusion. I guess we'll find out later. For now, we're going to go and see the ship, the Scow. The Scow? I don't know. I managed to persuade my way in, which I guess is better than disabling and boarding, which would have been my only other choice. This is a big ship, and I'll admit to being a little jealous of a ship this big. I want one like that. But the downside is it takes forever to get through. We find Petrov with a hell of a collection, and he clearly has an inflated sense of his own importance. King on his throne and all that. Convincing him to show us the artifact is difficult, and I know this because I failed the first time. After reloading though, I got it. He's happy to show us the artifact, but he will not give it to us, and he basically challenges us to take it from him, so we did. Then he aggroed along with all his guards, but it turns out the only way to get him to stop is to just shoot him enough for him to wimp out. And everything's now fine, and we have the artifact. Cool, that was easy. Surprisingly easy. Too easy, as it turned out. I left the ship, headed back to the lodge, or tried to, got scanned as always from the planet, and then promptly arrested. Well, that's different. Turns out we need to do some stuff for the Crimson Fleet. Basically, they want an informant to get valuable information on the Crimson Fleet. So we did get arrested, but with a way out. That way out is going to be a lot of work though. We eventually get out of here after a lot of conversations that the game did not guide us really where to get to that well. Then we head out, back to the lodge, and this is where shit starts to get real. We very quickly hear that the Eye is under attack, and we are about to be attacked here as well. We have to make a stand. Oh crap. Well, we have a choice. Rush to the Eye and stay here. And I decide, well, I don't really decide. It doesn't give you a lot of time to choose, and before I made a decision, it locked in. So we're staying here. We find this hunter with his arm around Walter's neck. Turns out we can't kill him, or them. It isn't entirely clear. We hold them off until all the artifacts are collected, and now we run. We head into the lower city via a secret vault, but we are not done running yet. We run through the whole district, up to the spaceport, and we are still not done. The hunter has no problem fighting. Local security are charging him, but he's still coming for us. We successfully get to the ship and get away. We head up to space and get told that apparently we're interesting and we can keep collecting the artifacts. Makes no sense, but alright then. And then we head to the Eye. And oh my god. Sarah is just dead. Dead.
Can you hear me?
No. No. This can't happen. Sarah is one of my 2 potential love interests. And I never made a decision which one I was going for, but I really can't see either of them die. I really would like them both to live. I really want them both to live, so I made the decision to reload and make the other choice to keep them both alive. But to do that, we would pay a heavy price. This time I leave immediately and head for the Eye. Sarah is thankfully fine, as is Barrett, Andreja and Vladimir. Everyone here is fine, thankfully. I cannot help but think though, if everybody's fine here, not everybody's going to be fine on the surface. And I was right. I headed back to the lodge and instead of Sarah, it's Sam. Jesus Christ. I am not honestly sure here which one was the right decision for me to make. They are both horrific and heart-wrenching, but I'm not doing it again. I've made my choice. Goodbye, Sam. Everyone else is fine, thankfully. We go and find Noelle and the hunter's waiting for us. Once more we're running, heading to the ship and then back to the Eye. We now have to store the artifact somewhere else, either a base I've set up on my ship, or... a base I've set up on a planet, or on my ship. And as I've not set up any bases on planets, I guess the base of my ship is what we're going for. Once that's done, we head back to the planet and see the aftermath. It's brutal, to say the least. This hunter did not give a fuck. We now have another clue where to go, more places to see, and I think that's a good time to leave it. This episode was a lot to process. I mean, damn. I still don't know if I made the right choice. It was a heavy price to pay just to keep both of my love interests alive. But I made the choice and I have to live with it. And to be honest, the other choice was also a pretty heavy choice. It certainly hit like a bolt out of the blue. I had no idea you could lose someone. This game got brutal fast. Next time? I honestly don't know, but if it keeps escalating like this... Jesus Christ. Regardless, I'll see you then.